Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another protagonist swap with our good friend, the Ghost of Sparta. We have currently gone through 2 of the 5 DMC games with Kratos, and he's done he's done fairly well, I'd say. I think he's done good work, and I'm not just saying that because I'm the one who's usually repping for him. So we're skipping the events of the anime and going straight into DMC2 because we don't do animated stuff here. This is mainly game-based stuff. And obviously we're joined by Mangler as always.
Hello.
My foot cramped. Why? Okay. Yeah, so through DMC2, we will be running through both mission setups. So he'll get the 3 lives for Dante's mission, and then he'll get the 3 lives for Lucia's mission. We will be using what Mangler refers to as pre-retcon Kratos scaling, which is basically just low 2C, like infinite speed, Greek Kratos, really.
Well, technically it's 3A, but you can use VSB's key. All VSB's key changes is that it just gives him like 2C or low 2C possibly. It doesn't change his speed in the pre-retcon era.
That's fine. Well, I'm just saying low 2C because if we give him 3A, then like technically he can't fight most demons. Because like dimensionality's a bitch.
Well, he wouldn't be able to. He'd be able to target like the parts of their body that are sticking within the first 3 dimensions, but there'd be an axis of their body that he wouldn't be able to interact with. So he'd be like, I hit it, but not. It's weird how dimensionality works.
All right.
But yeah.
So, we'll be starting with Dante's journey.
We'll also be giving the same concessions here that basically he's being given a baseline resistance to like demonic energy the time, so that the status effects of Demon World and such don't corrupt him. So he would have to run into like a specific. He's not being given all of Dante's resistances. He's just being given like a demonic energy side effect, like a demonic power like side effect, like resistance on top of his currently established resistances. But if he runs into someone that has like powers that work against him in his own verse, especially effectively, that are not demonic energy, just that aren't using demonic energy, like aren't using those effects via side effects of demonic energy, then they will work on him.
We're basically just giving him baseline resistances to any of the real passive hacks DMC would produce. So he doesn't just immediately get negged by fear manipulation and corruption and just like die like outright.
Yeah, just immediately.
Alright. So we'll be starting with Dante's campaign first. Mission 1, if you play DMC2.
Hang on a sec. We have to establish how he even gets to Vito Marley, because we have the little story summary at the beginning.
Oh, let's see. How far did he make it in DMC1? I think I managed to drag him over to like the 3rd Nello Angelo fight or something.
No, he didn't even get to this. He died at the 2nd one.
Right. So you know that water canal that's in that area?
Yeah.
So his body just floats down there, goes out into the ocean, and then after the 20-year time skip it basically takes to get to DMC2, he just randomly shows up on the shore of DMC2.
That's a funny way of saying 6 years, but okay.
Whatever, it's fine. We'll say he swam faster because the power of Poseidon or something. You know, while he was dead.
We could just have, like, the omniscient narrator just, like, revive him or something. No. We literally had to have his body float out. Like, that's
it literally has to go floating all the way to the island. And no one even knows he's there. He just randomly gets revived on the island and is like, oh no, I sense gods.
Well, that's an interesting ramifications for the story of DMC. But anyway,
Moon decided to go home.
Well, I guess he shows up on the island very conveniently where Vito Marley, near like where the Guardians and Mathieu is. And Mathieu just senses that he has great strength and is like, would you like to help me take out Arius? the man who was.
Are we just skipping
the power of Argosax? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why the hell he would even accept that. Because the last time he's gonna remember, like the last time I accepted someone's offer, I went to this island of fucking hell.
Easy. She tells him that Argosax is a god trying to enslave people, and Kratos gets very upset at that. Is like, I have to do this. I have to do this for mankind.
Untrue. It's not technically untrue, but it is. Actually, no, it is technically untrue.
It's good enough for Kratos.
Yeah, so then they start their respective campaigns, and we begin in Mission 1.
Yes. Toward the north, the Hunter of the Dark Blood will realize his destiny. So obviously this doesn't apply to Kratos, so we're just going to move on from there.
Yeah, Kratos just kind of has to go through, like, a couple... he just runs through a couple, like, basic, like, building a general village area.
Yeah, there is nothing here that should really cause problems for Kratos in the slightest.
Yeah, like everything here is slower, weaker, and more pathetic than anything that could ever like threaten him. I mean, Mission 2 is more or less the same thing.
Well, now hang on a minute. Do we give him any sort of wings? Does he get like the Icarus wings or something? Because there is that one room where you have to fly up.
We'll just argue that he climbs.
All right, that's fine.
That he climbs with the Blades of Chaos because he's very adept at doing that.
Oh wait, hang on. Pyromancers. Does he beat Pyromancers? They're the souls of the dead.
Might get a little bit of a soul sucked from the flame bats, but I'm pretty sure he'll just avoid them. So.
Well, the reason I'm saying is because Pyromancers are souls. Like, well, I mean, I guess he does have the blades of. He does have the claws of Hades in this scenario, I guess. So, like, I guess he can like stab them.
Yeah, no, they'll be fine.
All right, nothing too crazy here. All right, nothing really too crazy. Mission 3 until we get to the boss fight, and even then, I don't really think it's gonna be too big of a problem.
I don't think the Goatling is gonna be like too much of an issue. He'll see the magic on the ground and be like, "Wow, that's easily telegraphed. Let me just like run around that."
No. Yeah, no. So he clears the area just fine until he gets to the boss fight. The Orangura. Honestly, while I would probably be able to keep up with him somewhat, its moveset is complete garbage in comparison to Kratos'. Not something we say lightly here. And also, he has the Golden Fleece, so any of its main attacks can just be blocked by the Fleece outright. Like, this is not a fight. This is not a fight that the Orangura is prepared for.
Literally, all it has is like a sound wave attack.
Yeah, this should be.
I argue Malphus has a better arsenal than Orangura.
Oh, hang on.
That's saying something. In fact, I would go even further. I'd say Abigail has a better arsenal than Orangura.
Well, hang on, man. Now, Orangura can use its arm as a weapon.
Can't you chop its arm off?
Yeah, you can chop its arm off, and then it just picks it up and uses it as a weapon. So maybe Kratos can pick up his arm and like beat it to death with it. That's wonderful. I don't know.
He'll get a quick time event for it.
Kratos gets a quick time. Yeah, he like fucking throws the blades forward, yanks them up to yank the arm up, and then he just slams it back down on it. That should be kind of cool.
It's like, just like the Colossus, except looks like a monkey for some reason.
Just like a shittier version of the Colossus. Alright. So, Mission 4. I'm actually going to go ahead and say I think Kratos could probably skip most of this mission. Because, like, the only reason we really have to do, like, a long mission in 4 is just because, like, the game won't let us break the gate down. But I'm fairly confident Kratos can literally just go around the gate. I don't think he has to go through...
Literally, the only reason you can't break the gate down in game is because you have no proper lock-on. And you're trying to target it, but all the Misra keep falling down from the area, and you have to turn around and you auto-lock onto them. Kratos would just be like, yeah, this is inconvenient. I'm just gonna shoulder bash my way through this, like, pile of wood and just keep going.
Yeah, no, so, Kratos just makes it to the boss fight against
Jotaglam.
I do not believe that sounds pronounced. Fucking tentacle hentai monster, yes.
that has sound barriers and poison.
Okay, the only real problem I'm seeing here is the poison, but even then, realistically speaking, how bad is Kratos' poison resistance?
Not great.
Does he have anything God of War 3 that gives him resistance to poison?
So I'll tell you that the only times he demonstrates interactions with poison are in Ascension and God of War 1's novel, and he's affected by every single one of them. You can argue maybe at best if he survived. Well, the thing is that the poisons don't kill him outright, but they have no statements for how they would work on mortals. So at best, you can argue like they're just like, generally speaking, they're good enough to give him baseline poison resistance. I mean, this is like. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I can just argue Kratos will never get close to the damn thing because he can just use the Blades of Chaos from a distance and just slice it apart that way.
Like, I mean, you have to put on the tentacles to get inside.
Well, technically you don't. You can get in. Well, okay, so you can attack the monster's like original like brainstem without breaking the tentacles. It's just that if you don't break the tentacles, he'll knock you away real quickly. But Kratos, unironically, and again, very rare case to say this, outranges his opponent with the Blades of Chaos.
Wouldn't it be a better argument to say he just zoned it to death with a bow of Apollo?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Is like he could do it with like basically any of his base weapons. His chained weapons are like almost as long as the fucking tentacles reach.
Now, are we gonna talk about the fact how demonic power works here? Because I kind of fell asleep on that one for a little bit.
Like
very Demon Souls.
I was gonna say like, what are you suggesting for this particular incident?
So Kratos is not going to approach them because he's not an idiot. He's going to tactically and carefully camp this thing out and try to do like aerial things.
Yeah.
Which means every time he shoots an arrow into Jotunheim's body, Jotunglum's body, it's just going to give it more power. So by the time he's done shoving a dozen arrows up its ass, it's going to have lost some vitality, but its poison and its powers are going to be like way stronger.
So again, this depends, because if we give him a close range encounter, Kratos could kill it relatively quickly. But if we give it a zoning, then Kratos still has nothing to fear, because this thing's range is complete garbage, and its actual attacks are probably just as bad as the fucking apes we just went through.
I mean, it might just have to hit him with like one poison cloud after it's taken like enough damage, because it's going to have a massive amount of demonic power reserves.
Well, the problem is that the poison cloud is only a close range like thing. It doesn't do it at long range. So if we assume
but Kratos he's gonna have to go in close to eventually kill it. That's part of his style. He usually approaches you for the finishing blow.
Well, that's why I mentioned the Blades of Chaos literally outrange it. Like, Kratos can literally just slice it from the distance where it wouldn't poison proc, because the Blades of Chaos are literally as long as its tentacles. Or whatever blades Kratos uses in 3. It's Blades of Chaos, right? I could be wrong on that.
I mean,
they're all the fucking same, but, like, you know what I'm saying.
I mean, want to mention the reason, though.
I mean, look, so like, the point is that, like, Kratos, ironically enough, has a really good kit for not having to get close to kill this thing. Like, when he goes in to get close, he's just gonna, like, slam its head against the wall repeatedly and kill it that way.
We're assuming he can kill, like, a demon here. That's really, like...
Okay, no. So here's the thing, is that this creature's gonna die regardless. It's just whether or not it would permanently die. But, like, he can just kill it and get through the area. And if you really want to mince words here, Kratos doesn't even need the motorcycle to clear the bridge. I could literally just argue he speed runs through this section through the bridge area, because he can just use the Blades of Chaos to close the gap.
Oh, I forgot about the motorcycle.
Dante doesn't even need the motorcycle for the bridge!
I would just argue he doesn't even know what it does, and he would just keep running.
Well, so I was gonna say, I mean, like, if you really want to argue Kratos can't kill the thing, I can just argue the fight never happens, because Kratos wouldn't need to use the mortar. I mean, again, Dante doesn't even need the fucking motorcycle. They just want you to fight something.
Is that the reason he goes into the garage?
Yeah, you go to the garage to get to get a motorcycle to cross the bridge. Now, granted, it is going to save you time on, like, driving through the city, but, like, I mean, like, come on.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so either you accept that he kills it, or I argue it never happens because he can just ignore it.
Well, I mean, if he fights it, then, like, He'll probably get hit by some poison, and he'll kill it, and it will get sent back to the demon world, where it will respawn and be completely fine, and then probably come back during the eclipse.
Oh no, whatever's a stationary target on a fountain gonna do. Alright, moving on. Nothing dangerous here. Alright, hang on, I got...
Then mission 5, he gets intercepted by Freki and Geki.
Hang on, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? No, so I'm trying to use the wiki to get through missions, but apparently it's like fucking annoying. We're on mission 5 now, right?
Yes. You get attacked probably by the 2 wolves.
Okay. He's not... They don't do anything crazy. They just bounce off the air to attack you. And they can't...
They're just bouncing fucking wolves.
Yeah, Kratos should be able to beat them, no problem. Because, like, their main advantage is moving around. But, again, with the Blades of Chaos, he can literally just, like, AoE the area by swiping around. Eventually, they'll die. And they don't really possess any crazy abilities that Kratos shouldn't be able to figure out. Alright. Then we have nothing really too crazy in the enemy department. Yeah, nothing. Oh boy! The real boss fights are here!
Well, he's gonna have to fight some Homina Rosa, which are the fire mutated versions of the Misres.
Let me see these guys. I've not really seen a problem with these guys. I mean, they're stronger, sure, but like... It's unhallowed flames represent the burning desires of its victims it's once had. I mean, I guess if they all gang up on him and jump on him, they could probably burn him to death. But again, we're talking about like a guy who has consistently good crowd control. And technically, he would be faster than...
Technically, it'd be better to... Well,
now, hang on a minute.
During this moment, it would be because the eclipse hasn't happened yet. So they don't get their demon world scaling up.
Yeah, so he should be able to speed blitz them pretty easily.
Until mission either 13 or 14, he's technically speed blitzing all the lesser demons.
Did we miss the healing heart somewhere? Because I see the offense hearts here. Did we miss the healing heart? Because we need to give that to Kratos.
Yeah, because apparently he gets the amulets.
No.
That's going to be super fucking weird.
We will only give him the god amulets, and they only work when he gets upset. So they work all the time.
Now the infested tank. Oh, gee.
Well, he does get the offense heart, but so he does technically, like, he is stronger. Infested tanks. There are 3 of them. They're in a hallway. Well, Kratos actually would know about them, right? Because he does get, like, visions of the future, so he wouldn't be caught off guard by what they can do.
What are you talking about?
Well, like, when he's the god of war, he does get visions of, like, World War I and II, so he wouldn't be surprised at, like, what a tank is.
No.
Doesn't he say tanks?
God of War 1. No, so God of War 1 establishes... God of War 1's novel establishes that, like, when he sees the things in the future, he can see what they are and he can understand languages and things associated with them, but he doesn't know... He can see what they are, but he doesn't understand what they are. When he sees a biplane, he describes it as a metal bird.
Yeah, I
understand. He has to correct himself as a machine, so he wouldn't know what a tank is.
I mean, but he would know it shoots things, right? Like, I mean, granted, he can react.
He would just infer, like, oh, it moves this long fucking barrel towards me, and then fire something out. I don't exactly understand it, but I know I don't need to be anywhere near that barrel or where it's pointing.
All right.
Like, it's not like he needs to understand the physics of firearms to know how to dodge a tank. I get...
Okay, so Kratos...
Go ahead, Ad.
Oh, I was going to say, so Kratos...
I was just going to say... Yeah, no. He'll probably just he'll realize the tank's invulnerable, and then he'll see, like, this giant eye on the side of it, and he'll be like, oh, that looks like an interest point, and then just start poking it out.
Yeah, because that's not the real fight here. The real fight comes next.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay. So, Kratos' best ranged weapon is a bow and arrow, you said?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Why?
Well, because I mean, technically, Infested Chopper can just zone Kratos with its its like invulnerable body for an extended period of time. So like, well, I guess the Blades of Chaos, Kratos can get on the helicopter and tear out the fucking Infestant.
They just say it's invulnerable to gunfire.
Well,
so if it's, I mean, even then, if its body's resistant to Dante's bullets, I don't see any reason the fucking bow of Apollo is gonna make it through that armor.
well, okay. What the problem is now is okay. So then, like, Kratos can just like jump on it and maybe tear out the Infestant that way, or attack the Infestant's area. But that, well, I mean, Infested Chopper here causes some problems for me.
It's gonna offer the same inconvenience that it does to Dante, where it's gonna be like annoying for probably 5 minutes. And he's gonna have like this weird jumping simulator where he has to attack it and be like, "Who the fuck made this thing?"
By the gods!
He is literally gonna be asking the same question that every player had when they went through the game. They're like, "Why would anyone create this abomination?"
All right, so
and
yeah.
Shadow.
I fought things in the other island and I thought they were bad, but this isn't even.
This is another level. This is just sad.
Alright, so clears mission 5. I'd say a little bit difficulty with the Infested Chopper. Nothing really too life-threatening though, thanks to the fleece and stuff like that. mission 6.
Gosh.
Hey there.
Alright. So I'm trying to remember if this thing does anything aside from just projectiles and then it spams its Nestafirmus.
So
bats.
Projectiles, bats, the occasional swipe in its first form, and that's about it. So there's nothing really too crazy in its arsenal, and if we can argue Kratos can react and dodge the attacks, then he should have no issues beating it.
Oh, I don't think there's going to be a problem for the basically for the fucking, what's it called? For the bats. Normally the bats would be an issue, but we gave him resistance to like demonic energy side effects, and while they are charged with stuff from the demon world, that's essentially the same thing. So they're not gonna.
Yeah, so nothing really too crazy here.
Yeah, its head's gonna be decapitated. It's gonna have a weaker, less effective moveset than it had before, and it's gonna die.
Alright, mission 7's also, as far as I can tell, not real. Wait, hang on a minute. Is Missouri the one I'm thinking of? No, not that one. Okay. Alright. So, honestly, I'm not really seeing anything crazy on mission 7.
On mission 8.
Move on to mission 8 then?
There's nothing to. Yeah.
Alright. For Atarus. Now Mangler.
Yeah. So it mainly just has like fire abilities and it has some vacuum abilities.
Yes.
I think like normally that'd be an issue, but like we gave him resistance to demonic energy, so.
Well, so are we gonna include the fact that it made Dante like DT, or like are we just gonna like go ahead and ignore that?
Yeah, but aren't we accounting for like scaling and stats and whatnot?
Yeah, like Kratos.
We put him in this guy.
I mean, like, so Kratos is basically like low 2C here, but like wouldn't this thing just like be AP stronger, or are we just gonna go ahead and like just say everyone's low 2C? Because if everyone's low 2C, then yeah, he makes it through no diff.
I thought we were doing like stats, either equalization or comparisons for these.
All right, so well, wait. Is that how we did DMC1? Because if that's how we did DMC1, I want to redo.
No, because he'd still get fucked by Shadow.
Bullshit. Maybe, but bullshit. He loses to Angelo with equal stats. I want a rematch.
How would he even hit Angelo?
Listen, we'll deal with this later. Okay, so we're doing equal stats. We're doing equal stats then.
Oh, no, if we keep in mind, if we don't equal stats it, then like Busataris and every single person after him just flattens him into the ground.
Now I hear you, but what if Power of Hope.
The hell is the Power of Hope gonna do against the
Power of Hope, way stronger than base Kratos. Final offer. Take it or leave it.
Still weaker than Fusotaris.
What if I throw out the Blade of Olympus?
Still not a factor.
Okay, you forced my hand. Zeus is actually stronger than the guys in the Norse mythology, based on writer statements. Therefore, I demand 2A.
That doesn't even matter here.
Final
not AP.
Offer.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So either we do the stats, or we just like comparable stats, or like
Okay, so.
Well, so in this scenario, if he's just in Dante's scenario, why not just argue that he just uses like the Rage of Sparta, and it basically has the same level of power as a DT, and allows him to overpower it.
Well, I mean, I was gonna argue for that shit anyways. I was just wondering like why you didn't bring up the fact that like he made Dante DT.
You kept bringing up the Power of Hope. I'm like, that's not his power up. It's the Rage of Sparta.
The Power of Hope is a power. You know what? It's the Power of Sparta's Hope. There, that's what we're calling this.
Wow, what a compromise.
Well, you know, I am a writer, you know, so it just comes naturally. Okay, but all joking aside, yeah. So he could just like. Okay, so non-equalized by this point, practically every major enemy in DMC2 would probably flatten Kratos. No, like, equalization here or anything like that. Because at this point, they can kind of keep up with Dante, and DMC2 Dante would already scale higher than most of where people used to scale the Greek Pantheon. Even where VSB scales the Greek Pantheon, right? Because they still scale. What?
And Norse.
Yeah. You can say that when you make your God of War 4 video talking about the information in God of War 4.
Hey, I'll grant an even if scenario for the 2A stuff, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. We're talking about this.
Okay, so point is that like if we don't try and like equalize it a little bit by this point, because who's the next enemy after this? So he would lose to Fortaris if we don't equalize it, and the next enemy. Next mission's fine. So
we are equalizing it then?
Well, do you want to just try it without equalizing? Because equalizing, he's gonna clear just fine. For Taros is trash.
We'll do no equalization because he's doing pretty well without it. I'd say this is the farthest he's gone without having to take like alive or anything.
All right, so he just gets burned alive to a crisp then.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, a lot of the reasons Kratos is doing better in DMC2 is because we've given him information from his previous run. So he's already fought the demons on several occasions, and he knows they have bullshit abilities, and it's better to just flee from the area. So he'll just only deal with what demons he knows he has to kill.
Well, he can't he can't really escape this one, though. It literally has gravity powers. It just calls you back in.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in a close range fight?
So we'll just argue that the Furiotaurus charged at him, tripped and fell over the edge, and drowned it in the water.
All right,
outside the oil rig.
All right, so Kratos. What did the water extinguish it?
Yeah, well, it's weak to.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go ahead. Think about this.
It's weak to air. Never mind.
Wait. I'm sorry. It's weak to what again?
Or it's weak versus frost, my bad.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you really gonna tell me the guy who controls fucking air is weak to fucking air? What is this Mega Man bullshit?
The oil rig burst some special artificial demon liquid nitrogen into the ground. Very conveniently, as he happened to be falling off, and he landed in the puddle of it. And just froze, died instantly.
All right, so Kratos has lost one life. Then technically, he's lost one try.
Yeah. And this next mission, for mission 9, he just has to run to the oil rig as it's exploding.
Does this one not have the drain orb? Is that like a Lucia only thing?
No, Lucia is the only one that has to deal with the evil amulet.
All right, mission 10. Nothing really too crazy here, and I think Kratos can handle the butterfly pretty easily.
It does have a better poison statement, technically, which is that it has enough poison to basically kill an elephant.
Does
now, I don't know.
How does it even poison you?
What?
How does it even poison you? I don't think I've like seen its poison attack.
It's a shower, I believe.
You gotta be moving around a lot in this boss fight. I think you can argue Kratos just moving around too much to get hit by that.
I was just saying it's one of the factors that could affect it, but I don't think it's gonna really do anything.
Well, I was gonna say, can I just argue that Kratos would like stab the blades, jump up behind its back, and just slice off its wings that way, and like do what every DMC2 player would want, and just kill that thing so much faster.
Yep, just like
wait. No, this fight takes place in the demon world.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, that's right.
Well, no, it takes place in a different dimension, not the demon world specifically.
Hang on a sec.
You're gonna check the guidebook to see what it says?
It is referred to as an alternate dimension, so it'd just be somewhere outside of the human world.
Alright, we won't give... Alright, so Kratos beats it pretty... I would say pretty easily. Moving on.
Oh boy.
What's wrong? Oh, no.
Plummet to the great depths within the earth and leap to great heights. The machines of the old world must be discovered anew. But the underground temple of Argosax is guarded by his most skilled warrior. He wields a spear and is obeyed by the wolves. His single eye possesses knowledge and hate. He is the one who brings misfortune.
They really
anyone who doesn't know what that means, you'll find out.
They really should not have cut these like descriptions as hard as they did for the game.
I know, seriously, like, the full descriptions are right here, and people are like, man, this must be, like, you're adding, like, information that wasn't added to the game, and it's like, it's literally the full fucking description. You losers.
Alright. Nothing really too crazy in regards to minor.
Well, we have the Gemisera, who do have,
they have poison.
Well, they have venom, specifically. And Venom is known to be effective against, like, Kratos, based on his experiences in Pandora's Temple. He is affected by, like, this rock scorpion that basically, like, when its venom falls into his eyes, he essentially is, like, temporarily blinded. And it, like, burned his skin, so we know that Venom does work on him. And it wasn't, like, a layered or, like, better version of poison or anything. It was just literally some random fucking rock scorpion. So...
Are you really gonna tell me that Kratos gets like spit on by one scorpion and that's gonna ruin him?
I mean, the main reason it was put him in position was because he was in the middle of climbing. So I think it's like fine. I'm just saying like that's something that could be an inconvenience, potentially. If we put him in an area where he doesn't fight a bunch of enemies.
Okay, I think given how wide open this temple actually is, I think that's fine. I don't think it'll cause too many problems. Now,
we get to the end of the mission.
We're gonna have to do this. So, Bulwark. So here's the thing. You see. The Blades of Chaos have quite a big range in that tiny-ass arena they fight in.
You can teleport.
No, hang on a minute. Teleport's a strong word. He can jump upwards.
And he can do that too, yeah.
I don't even think I remember him teleporting anywhere but to go up and down. I don't ever think I've seen
he can teleport across the room as well. He also has the ability to block projectiles and your bullets, so he'd be able to stop the bows of Apollo from being shot at him.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really think Kratos needs like the bow of Apollo for this one. I think he could probably take this on significantly in close range.
No, so if we go by what the descriptions show, especially by what VSB argues, because VSB argues the entire scaling of his capabilities off of like one or two statements from the guidebook that isn't mentioned in the game. that he's like Sparta's nemesis and one of his rivals, as well as Arcosax's most skilled warrior.
All right.
Kratos is not getting anywhere near him.
Hear me out. Hear me out. What if Sparta just sucks at sword fighting?
That is literally impossible.
What? Now hear me out. In the DMC anime, Dante does say that this is the best of his students he can train. His dad's sword fighting is trash. Now, hear me out even further. What if Kratos was just more skilled at combat than Sparta? Hear me out.
I mean, I guess. We'll just ignore 2's novel existing and that Chen got all of Sparta's exact powers and skills. And
I mean, Chen literally lost to a guy who had 2 broken arms.
I mean,
I don't want to hear about skill from a guy who literally got stabbed by a guy with 2 broken arms.
Because he negated his healing factor.
He literally had to kick up his sword and kick it into him, and it still hit. Don't you talk to me about skill!
Dante was losing. Also, he confirmed Sparta's skills are better than his, and then he barely beat Noah.
Sparta apparently couldn't block up, dude, bro. Apparently, Sparta couldn't block a sword swing from a paraplegic. What are you talking about?
The point being, how the fuck is he gonna touch Bulwark?
Okay. What if Kratos kicks the plate of Olympus up and kicks it
on his ass, chasing him?
The wolves will be used as human shields! Don't lie to yourself!
Blades of Chaos and Golden Fleece? Oh wait, Bulwark's on the other side of your body and is stabbing you now.
I mean, Kratos has reacted to teleportation in the past. I'm just saying, listen. Okay, I didn't want to have to play this card, but I'm going to have to use my trap card. Fetty, show me Sparta skills.
No.
You can't just say no.
No, I'm pretty sure even VSB wouldn't accept the idea that Kratos is more skilled than Bulwark. And they are willing to give him scaling off of 2 fucking statements.
Okay, hear me out. I didn't want
to base Dante when he has a direct blatant statement.
Hear me out. I didn't want to have to play this card.
Be consistent here.
I didn't want to play this card, but okay.
That same energy.
Hulk Kratos.
Oh my god. When are you gonna learn that that's not applicable to demons?
Wait, hang on. No, I'm arguing this wrong. I'm a fool. I can argue that Kratos will just outlast Bulwark because he has the healing amulet. If it works when he's enraged to get his transformation, that's gonna be like the entire fight. Suck my dick!
We concede that Bulwark is kicking his ass, and he would just be given more stamina through the healing art.
Kratos would literally just outlast Bulwark's assaults by literally being too angry to die. That is perfectly within character.
Okay, so
Bulwark just leaves after being impressed that Kratos survived this long. I do not lose a life here. Fuck you.
Cop out, but
it's not a cop out. He still has 2 lives. Fuck you.
Well, mission 12 is fairly simple. He just has to fight Plutonia.
Oh, sweet Jesus, no.
There's just a guy with like some chain balls.
Who also managed to break the laws of the demon world and was in prison because he was so dangerous. Which I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I wasn't aware that the world even had laws.
Somehow these 2, because there's 2 of them, they found the only laws the demon world apparently respects and broke them.
Well, the only law that we know of that exists, according to Mad Hatter, is power is the unwritten law. But like,
what does that mean? How do you break that rule?
Was it 2 weeks?
Well, maybe they were like, guys, let's have a democratic republic. They just got sealed away.
And every demon was like, "What the hell are you talking about? Seize them."
One propagates communism, the other one propagates fucking like capitalism, and because they broke the laws of the dear world, they were just locked away.
It's like, what are you talking about? Communication? We do this through battle, you fools.
I might commission you just to draw them in like a fucking politician outfit later, both of them.
Just their heads.
Just their two heads are not there.
I think we could exchange goods. I think we should promote democracy. I think you should be in jail.
Alright, so yeah. Makes it through Plutonian relatively fine. Mission 13. Oh no.
Bidden by the summoner, the hunter flips the coin of destiny to determine the fate of the protector. Evil keeps her hostage in the Tower of Corruption. The hunter will learn that leap what to feel with a leap of faith. So I'd like to point out, Kratos has no attachment to Arius at all. He's just been going around getting the Arcanas because he was told to. So he's just going to see Arius here and be like, oh, look, that's a fabulous mustache. Anyway, I was told you were reviving gods, and gods are bad, so I'm going to kill you.
Well, as much as I'd love to just get to
Kratos uses up one of his lives.
No. Hang on, Mingler. You have to talk about the normal demons now, because so these demons in particular are always under the effect of the demon world.
I know. So the Yomasairas are literally just like the fully evolved versions of the Mithras that are always, they're specifically stated to always be under the effects of the demon world. So they're always at full strength. So every single one of them would be capable of reacting to and attacking Kratos. And Arius spams these all the time. He's also got basically his own version of a Royal Guard mechanic, which he can just like block. He can make himself invincible with this shield that can also do reprisals. He can summon all these things. Like he has all these projectile capabilities.
Hear me out.
He has telekinesis.
Hear me out. Power of hope.
Oh my gosh.
I listen.
Arius' sorcery would shit on anything.
Okay, fine. Blade of Olympus BFR. Final.
No.
What do you mean no?
Arius would literally just BFR him.
No, that's not how this. That's not how this works. No, you don't get to reverse BFR my BFR. That's not how this works.
Arius literally can control the ability to BFR you. He would just stop it from happening.
No.
Or he would just revert himself. He would just BFR himself back to his office. So it wouldn't make a difference anyway.
Okay, but he can BFR the other enemies. So now all Kratos has to do is fight Arius.
Oh, he will just resummon. He'll literally just be like, okay, I'm gonna summon them since you did that. That was bad. And for your punishment, I'm gonna summon them, but I'm gonna summon 10 times as many this time. And I'm gonna make them not resistant. I'm gonna make them resistant to your BFR.
Fuck you.
He can also summon the blood goats.
No, he actually summons Abyss goats, so he summons the strongest ones.
It says blood goats for some reason.
Well, the wiki says Abyss goats.
I think you're referring to the higher difficulties.
No,
we're going by what shows within normal.
Well, it just says standard enemies for Mission 13. I'm not looking at higher difficulties or anything. Okay, regardless, he summons goats. So...
Point is that he has zoners, he has a horde of basically like a never-ending supply of demons that he can just keep summoning. Granted, he only gets like 6 or 7 at a time, but that's more than enough that they can all react to Kratos.
I will concede that Kratos barely loses here. So, Arius chokes on this wine and BFRs out to get a Heimlich maneuver done by one of his secretaries.
He's just like,
he starts laughing too much, and he's like, he eats some food or something nearby, and he needs to go get the Heimlich maneuver.
Hang on a minute. I'll be back. Actually, you know what? Come meet me. Meet me at the.
Just go to the top. I'll be there waiting. Just go to the top.
Holy fuck! That wine's strong. Yeah, that's what he's doing for like the next 3 hours. He's just getting like
It's demonic wine. It's demonic wine. It's like a supernatural clog in the Great Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It requires a lot more work than a standard clog.
He's also just wasted. He's actually just wasted.
Alright. So...
Mission 14.
Alright. Oh, easy peasy. Let me. Oh, wait. Hang on a minute.
No.
No, hang on. Now, hang on
so,
just a minute. No.
So we gave you the demon
no.
War.
Bad Mangler. Very bad Mangler.
All the demons. They are now buffed, and they can come over in their true form.
Now, hang on just a minute. Hang on, let's not get crazy. Remember, Kratos is stronger and has a healing factor. Let's not get crazy now. A good healing factor, not what he usually has. Let's not get crazy now.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. If you had to run into an area where every single person can catch you, then you're fucked.
Now, hang on. Kratos is not the star of a Brazzers video.
And all of them are
What if I tell you... What? I mean, no, they're not all spamming projectiles. Savage Golems are.
The Abyss Goats.
Missouri... Wait. Missouri's... Wait, why the fuck are we still getting Missouri's here? What the fuck?
We're getting the little, like... What the fuck are they called?
We're getting Pyromancers. Yeah. Kratos can make it through this because you know what? He just it's wide open areas. He can run through them if he needs to. It's fine. He can make it through this.
I'm just saying he's gonna be chased by a horde of demons, zoning and spamming.
No. It's okay because they can't open doors.
This is unfortunately true.
Alright, so he makes it to Phantom by running away from every major encounter because if he stays in fights, he'll probably get overwhelmed and killed.
Okay, so he's probably going to see Phantom and then realize, fuck, I can't really damage this thing.
Well, he's already...
But I have fought it before.
Yeah, I would say he beat it before. Oh,
because he had Alistair.
Well, now hang on a minute. Because the time amulet is here, and this boy's not buffed by Mundus.
So the problem here.
Shut up. Accept the time amulet.
You have to break it free from its cage.
Kratos. Well, you know what, Mangler? I don't know if you know this, but Kratos can make his own laws. So I just say he breaks of his own fucking will.
Okay, so he has to find it first. Which he's not going to find it at the beginning of the fight.
He can sense the energy of gods. He can sense the amulet.
Wow, we're really giving him the benefit of the doubt here.
Can Kratos not sense gods? I wasn't under the impression he could sense gods.
No.
Well,
he can't actually tell the difference between like.
Well, can he sense magical powers in the vicinity? Because I'm pretty sure he can do that.
He can determine what's magic after sort of like inductive reasoning by determining like, hey, this interaction with it.
Are you fucking telling me he can't walk into a room of artifacts and determine which one has power?
He's pretty rational and pretty intelligent. So he can pretty easily determine like what's magical and what's not, but he will not be able to literally sense it and be like, yeah, no, that's magic. So yeah, he wouldn't be able to detect that it's sitting under the ground. He might break it out by accident. I'm just saying it's unlikely that he would do it intentionally.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. I need you to let me kill Phantom because I need to use the next life for mission 50.
Did he even get past Bulwark? Oh yeah, we just lied and said Bulwark like fucked off.
We did not lie. We did not lie. I made a compelling argument that everyone in the comment section will agree with of Kratos outlasting Bulwark's damage.
So what? You just want me to just like
listen. I want you to say that Phantom doesn't show up because Dante's not here and he has no reason to show up. He has no grudge to come back and get revenge on. So just accept...
That's not true.
Yes.
So in this situation, Phantom is granted another chance to challenge the Son of Sparta, but in this case, he's challenging the Ghost of Sparta.
The Son of Sparta isn't in this timeline anymore! Shut up!
And he apparently never was. It was only the Ghost of Sparta.
Yes, so Phantom shows up. You know what? Kratos hides and Phantom leaves. So no life lost. No.
Holy fuck.
Don't do this. Listen. I need to use a life for mission 15. Just accept it. Just accept it.
Okay, so mission 15.
Not even gonna argue this. He uses the life. Moving on.
Why? Because he just has to fight an endless horde of demons for like 5 minutes?
Well, the problem is that well, no, that's not the problem. The problem is that you don't believe he can kill any of them. The portal only opens if you kill them.
Well, yeah.
All right.
That I believe. You can't prove that he can kill anyone.
Now. Hear me out. Power of hope.
Oh my god. When are you gonna accept that if I accepted that he hit them with the power of hope, even VSB accepts that demons have like that their existence is like a type 1 concept. So even if you blew them out of their bodies, they would just remake the body and they would just come back stronger.
What would VSB know?
The entire reason, in fact, the fact that he even got past anyone prior to this was because we didn't involve the demon world. That's the one limitation that we add because we actually do we do the correct like study of most lore and source material. VSB would just give them full powers across the board because they don't understand the distinction between demon world scale.
Okay. Now hear me out. Mjolnir.
The hell?
What? You didn't really? Well, okay, so see, Mjolnir is the strongest weapon of the Norse pantheon, and it appears in God of War Ascension, so I can argue that Kratos will have it.
No, it's in the multiplayer, and it's not accessible to the player at all, or the main characters at all.
Shut up.
It's never.
Shut up. He gets the fucking hammer. The hammer could split the Yggdrasil. So therefore, Kratos has 1C scaling.
Is that his third life just to get to the demon world?
Fuck you!
Do you want to give him one more chance?
Well, unfortunately, mission 16 involves not even Bolverk, because I'll still argue he can outlast Bolverk. It involves Trismagia, and I have no argument against Trismagia.
I completely forgot. I was actually going to mention he gets BFR'd again to a dimension with that fucking moth.
I have like no legitimate way for Trismagia to end well because you could argue the bow.
He has to fight Bolverk again.
Well, I'll just argue he outlasts Bolverk with the time amulet.
And then he fights Trismagica.
Yeah, I have no argument for Trismagia.
In the same mission.
Yeah, listen. I can make a good case he can beat Bolverk with the amulet, but Trismagia is a different beast altogether.
You can't argue he can do it without taking damage. So he's going to walk out of that fight scarred. He's going to walk into Arius' room and fight a fresh Trismagica who is just going to zone him to death.
Hear me out.
Like a little bit.
Hear me out. Now, now, you never saw this coming, but power of hope.
I mean, let's be honest. Even if we gave him that, he'd have to fight Arius with a horde of secretaries after the demon world has been opened, and then he gets to fight Argosax.
I think we got 80%. We got the game's only 18 missions long, right? We
got a lot farther. But that's mainly due to a lot of the bosses not really scaling to higher tier characters.
So this is due to 2 reasons. Number one, for those of you wondering how does Kratos make it further in this than DMC1. Number one, almost all of DMC2's demons have none of the bullshit abilities DMC1's demons had.
So to translate, they're not literally on Argosax's personal island. This is just an area that he invaded when he invaded the human world. These are not actually his demons and his forces. Yes, some of them are, but most of these are just random demons that literally just showed up because they had an excuse to invade the human world. So they're not equipped to deal with Dante, whereas Shadow, Frost, and Assaults and Blades were intended specifically to take over the human world. So they're like they were literally engineered to kill humanity and the devil hunters. Whereas like the fucking Misra is just literally a human that got transformed into like a demon by breathing in demonic air. These losers are not foot soldiers.
Well, I mean, some of them probably are, but like the goats, for example, are pretty strong. But again, the thing is that they don't have any of the bullshit hacks like the Shadows had or anything.
It's like, oh hey, I shoot projectiles. Oh hey,
Mangler?
Any ability that I've seen.
Mangler, you okay?
And just auto count.
Okay, so for some reason you cut out a little bit there because for some reason my internet's going down.
Enemies. Go ahead.
No, like you cut out a little bit there for the most part because like my internet DC twice. I think I might have to buy a new modem at some point. That is?
Yeah, I was just gonna say frosts, shadows, and various lesser demons like the plasmids and whatnot just have like really bullshit abilities. It's like I become a perfect copy of your abilities. I just nullify your abilities. I just like ice neg you, so on and so forth.
All right, so he makes it to mission 16 because obviously everyone's gonna agree on my reasonings and all my decisions to support Kratos here. So, so now that we've perfectly established how legitimate and everything I used to argue, 12 missions of Lucia.
How do we explain? So I guess after he finishes dying, he just gets reverted.
It was all a dream, and he wakes up on the island for reals this time.
So we're gonna say that he doesn't remember this one because for the sake of like arguments, he's not trying to we're trying to send him through one campaign. The MC2.
No. I got it. The time amulet breaks during the final fight where he's dying, and we get like a Mortal Kombat-esque where he goes back in time.
Oh my god.
Done. I'm a genius. How do I do it?
I mean, time travel is a thing in DMC.
Very well.
Actually, we can just argue Tri's Magica just sends him back to the demon world.
What is this? Fucking Samurai Jack?
Yeah, no, he literally gets like a cooed back to the beginning of DMC2.
Alright.
Try over mortal.
Alright, so...
Wakes up with no memory of what the hell happened.
So, pretty easy, mission 1. Lucia's first mission, like Dante's, kind of a cakewalk. No reason to get on that one. Mission 2, just another politician. Easy stomp. Nothing really too crazy here. Mission 3 is once again 3 lives once again, by the way. He does have the 3 life system. Mission 3 is once again
the same enemy.
Yeah, so nothing really to talk about here. Mission 4 is both the infested tank and the Oranguru, so nothing really crazy here. Mission 5, again, nothing really crazy, just minor demons. Lucia's campaign's a lot easier. Oh, mission 6 also really nothing special, just the butterfly again, nothing too crazy. Mission 7 is okay.
Hey, wait, hold up.
Something wrong?
Wouldn't he just fight Arius?
What?
Yeah, so in mission 7, hang on.
Well, mission 7 has the fish.
In mission 6, he gets teleported to an alternate dimension.
Oh,
but that's
because Arius...
Yeah, but like, why would Arius do that if he's not Lucia? Because at this point, he's going to be expecting Lucia.
Maybe Arius is like, leave, I'm expecting a real challenge, and throws him away.
I'm expecting my failed prototype to just randomly show up here, and you happen to be not that person, so be gone. Play with this poison ball.
No boss battle. Mission 7 is the fish. If we're giving Kratos the ability to swim underwater, this is still an invisible enemy who Kratos has no... What? Can Kratos fight with the Blades of Chaos underwater or no?
He has never demonstrated that.
Can he fight at all underwater?
He's never had any fighting sections underwater.
You're fucking kidding me.
No.
Motherfucker has like 6 games and you're telling me not a single fucking game has him fighting underwater?
In fact, most of the games established that without the trident of Poseidon, he would drown underwater. And the novel goes out of the way to actually have him drowned underwater until he realizes the trident gives him an endless supply of oxygen.
Wait, are you telling me that he drowns underwater until he picks up the trident in his pocket and is like, "Oh, I can breathe"?
He picks up the trident.
I hate you. I want you to feel the hate in my soul as it burns through to you.
He goes underwater after he gets to the altar of Poseidon in God of War 1. Gets the trident, and then after he's going through like most of the level, obviously his lungs are starting to burst because he's been underwater for a while. And then he realizes like, hey, the trident, and then he pulls it out of his magic satchel, we'll call it, and then he's immediately like,
I hate you.
Fucking given his supply of oxygen.
I want you from the bottom of my heart to know I hate you right now. Okay, so Mangler, unfortunately, I have no other choice. I will have to sacrifice the first life to the fish monster. I hate you.
I mean, I think everybody... I just find that funny because everybody does.
Alright, fine. Moving on. Listen. The fish eats him, but it swallows him whole, and then it spits him out outside somewhere. Mission 8, another politician. Nothing to worry about.
Wait, Lucia fights both of these?
Yes.
What a waste.
Mission 9. Now hear me out. He only summons the basic Mazirias.
No.
What do you mean no? That's what it says in the mission description.
Also, he beats Lucia. So...
No.
Are we going to argue like Kratos is more skilled than Lucia?
Well, ignoring my usual tactics, since I want this video to be monetized, Kratos does have training from his childhood all the way up to an adult, became the god of war, beat Ares in a fight, and beat every god on Olympus. So I'd argue he has not only more experience than Lucia, I'd also argue he's slightly stronger at this point until the humanity boost kicks in.
That's still wrong in every conceivable way.
What?
With the exception of experience, as far as like
nothing I said was wrong. Where did I go wrong? I kind of wish you would have quoted like I think it's a It's not Happy Gilmore. It's fuck. What's the Adam Sandler movie where the guy's like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Everyone here is now dumber from having heard you say that. May God have mercy on your soul. I wish you would have said something like that. Would have been perfect. If only Kyle was here, that would have been perfect. Anyways, continue.
The black hole spells and the shadow spikes are probably just going to fuck him up at the same time as they did last time. He has the invulnerable barriers, which are basically pseudo-royal guard things. He can summon blood goats. He can still summon the ones from the demon world.
No. Hang on. That's not what my mission description says.
It says, as the battle progresses, the evil sorcerer will...
Picks! Or it didn't happen!
Could this battle become difficult? The key is to try to avoid the homo...
I'll use my second trap card. Affetti, show me or it doesn't happen.
Hang on a sec. Well, to be fair, whenever I ask him for anything, he doesn't actually provide examples, but whatever.
Don't take this personally, Fatty. It's just a joke.
Protagonist swap chat? There we go. It is just a joke. I'm literally trying to get this information to Zim, and Zim is just being like, "Wee."
Listen. I am like a fucking lawyer.
Don't love the fish. You're gonna be fine.
No, I'm not, because you fight Arceus like twice in a row, and the Demon World opens next fucking level. And does Lucia fight Phantom or no? No,
it's not my fault. Arceus has a really good arsenal.
Listen. My lawyering skills right now are like on par with like Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad right now. I am literally just trying to be the best lawyer I can be for Kratos right now.
I mean, that's not good if we're talking the beginning of season 1. He's kind of trash.
Okay. Better call Saul Goodman. I have never watched Breaking Bad once, so I don't know if this is good or not, but he did know how to launder.
In Better Call Saul, in the beginning, he's kind of trash.
Okay, fine. Breaking Bad, lawyer skills. Okay. See, I could do a more timely and more iconic lawyer who's way more skilled than anyone you can think of in fiction, probably. But again, I'm trying to keep this video monetized, so don't even think about it.
We're completely removed from the point. But I'm sending the scan momentarily. It will be there sometime in the next 50 years.
Oh my goodness. You were bitching to me about my internet connection and you can't even send a fucking scan?
Apparently 4 megabytes. Somehow.
Well, how about you suck on these 4 megabytes? Alright, so while Mangler's waiting for that...
And you're worried about monetization.
I have no idea what kind of insinuation you would draw from this, Mangler. This is a perfectly normal insinuation. I probably shouldn't be saying this stuff with like a female picture on my icon, but that's fine. It's fine. Perfectly reasonable. Look. Oh, okay, here you go. Let's see the scanning question. Arius is no match for the beautiful and skillful Lucia. Are you sure about that, Gabe? He literally beats her. Whatever.
So basically, if you scroll down, it says, as the battle progresses, the evil sorcerer will conjure tougher creatures such as blood goats. Not only then could this battle become difficult, the key is to try to ignore the Jomanasura who bodyguard.
Wait. He uses Jomanasura in this fight?
Yeah.
Well, that's not what it says on the wiki.
The wiki's wrong. I know.
How dare you, blasphemer! Alright, fine. Alright, so Kratos loses his second life. Damn it. Arius, once again, not practicing proper drinking habits, chokes on the wine, and leaves to get another Heimlich maneuver.
And then it's just like, why do I get the weirdest sense of deja vu?
Alright, fuck. Okay. Mission 10. Now, hear me out.
We'll just argue he runs away.
Okay, great. I am not...
Something happens again, and he's like, God damn it, why do I feel like I've been here before?
Alright, so hang on. What's mission 11? Okay, yeah, so I need you to... Yeah, we're just going to do the same thing we did with Dante, where you're not going to take my life in mission 10, Chris is going to hide, Phantom leaves, and I lose my life in mission 11. We're going to play the exact same card again because it's the exact same 2 missions. Be reasonable.
And you're out of lives.
Okay, so we're on mission 12. Oh, what?
Yeah, that's 3 lives.
No. See, he doesn't lose a life on Phantom. See, the same way we're doing it the exact same.
He lost a life on the mission 11 demons, Arius and Tadaboso.
Okay. So now we're out of lives.
You want one more?
Well, no. So it's 3 them 1 more afterwards. The problem is that by the time we got to this mission with Dante's campaign, Kratos had lost his 3rd life in that mission. So I just have to argue he beats Trismagia. Now hear me out.
Oh, I forgot about Trismagia.
Power of hope.
Complete and total intangibility to beings that can hit intangible beings. And layered levels of intangible beings. Keep in mind, he can also hit Void Mundus, who would scale above all.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Sword of Olympus, BFR. It's my final offer.
You ain't BFRing what you can't interact with.
Hear me out. He does. Hear me out. He does it when they combine into the same head.
No.
Yes.
They re-BFR themselves.
No. Pixar, it never happened.
Oh my God, they're literally the ones who BFR'd you to their dimension.
Nonsense. All right, fine. I will accept that Kratos dies against the Trismagia.
Hey, if you want to, we can explain to the audience what would happen if he fought possessed Arius and Argosax, respectively.
You mean he just dies in 1 hit?
I mean...
Listen. I know you want to beat yourself off to your Kratos torture porn,
I actually don't know if he would do that badly against possessed Arius. It's just I don't think he'd be able to kill him, but possessed Arius shouldn't be like that skilled.
Possessed Arius is technically still Arius and it's just stronger than base Arius, so like that would be faster too. So like he wouldn't be able to summon anything, but like Kratos can't kill him, and then like he just keeps getting back up and using attacks and shit. I mean, like, all joking aside, the worst case scenario is Kratos loses in a battle of fucking attrition.
I mean, that's still better than what he.
Well, no, that's best case scenario. My bad. Worst case scenario, he dies outright. Like.
And then Argosax, well,
Okay. So you want me to bust out my legendary debating skills here to argue why he beat the Blob? Okay. Hear me out. Blade of Olympus, BFR.
How the fuck would that work?
So he BFRs Argosax the Tartarus, and Argosax with his 1 IQ point just stays there.
Argosax would literally, well, so we can already argue that the Demon Kings can either resist BFR or can just revert it, because they have the ability to cause it, so it wouldn't do anything to him. They also can face BFR on a much larger scale.
Alright, my final trap card number 3. Afedi, show that he can BFR!
So like, his BFR's range is not good enough to really stop Argosax.
I could have sworn that Zeus BFR'd the Titans in the final battle from like 50 miles away.
Yeah, with a giant telegraphed energy blast.
It's okay, because Argosax's 1 IQ point and no eyes would not allow him to see that.
I would literally just argue that Argosax would use one of literally any of the infinite amount of powers that he has.
Well, Mangler, unless one of those powers resistance to BFR, you can suck my dick.
Including Shadow.
Fine.
And yes, I will be able to argue that he can see into Kratos' future. I know some people are going to say that's crazy. I'm like, no, that's possible.
Power of hope breaks the cycle of future sight. Therefore, you can't predict Kratos.
And then he just becomes despair embodied, and now the game's over.
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Power of hope against despair.
Literally wouldn't do anything.
He fought fear Zeus. So wouldn't it stand to reason?
Hope and fear mean nothing. Hope and fear literally mean nothing to someone who's transdual.
I don't want to hear from the guy who's literally saying I'm being attacked by a fucking teenager's problems.
I don't understand.
That's fine. Look, fine. I will concede. Well, I already conceded already that Kratos dies even before this point, but fine. I guess Kratos can't beat DMC2, Argosax Despair Body. I guess he just can't. Arius possessed. I guess he just can't do that. Are you satisfied, Mangler?
I mean, to be fair, he died before that, but I guess so. Like, we were just supposed to go through the game.
All right. So overall, Kratos made it actually 80% on both campaigns for the most part. Thank God DMC2 doesn't have that many hexed enemies.
Oh, seriously. Thank God Argosax didn't actually bring his army with him.
Plot twist. Argosax is the army.
Well, he technically is, because canonically he could just clone himself an infinite number of times.
Alright. So, yeah, no, that's about it. There's not really too much else to go on here. Again, mainly just the lack of hacks allowed Argosax to clear most of the DMC2. Not Argosax, my bad. Kratos most of DMC2. God, I got my head in the gutter right now. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing really too much else to say there. We are using God of War 3 Kratos again, but I think that was kind of clear based off the weapons and items we were mentioning. Anything else you'd like to add, Mingler?
Stay tuned for the next Protagonist video.
All right. So, yep, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day, and we'll see you guys on the next video, and I'll see you guys on the next streamer video. Take care, everybody.